So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast.
So we thought we'd live stream again today, actually, because in today's session, I wanted to talk about making money online. And obviously, right now in the UK, let's just say things are tight, shall we just say? Things are quite tight. And everyone seems to be kind of struggling, really. And when people are struggling, what they tend to do is they tend then to go and look for things online or part-time jobs and that kind of thing, just to bring in some extra cash, just to cover the cost of groceries and energy and petrol, because everything's just gone up, although petrol has come down, admittedly. But also, there's a lot of stuff out there that's really kind of you should stay away from, and it's really, really expensive. And like weekend training courses, you know, where it's like £1,000 for a weekend training course, and it's all very happy clappy. And yet, you might go and learn some stuff, but actually, how much are you going to learn in a weekend? Not that much. If you want to become a black belt, a martial art, you don't go on a weekend training course how to become a black belt in karate. That's just not how it's done. To get good at anything, it takes time, it takes education on an ongoing basis, and it just takes a long time, basically. So what you want to do is you want to be avoiding some of these things that you see online. And obviously, if you type into Google something like how to make money online, the next time you go on YouTube, you're going to see all sorts of things, and TikTok and Instagram, about how to make money online. Some of them are fine, and some of them are really dodgy. Like, I get stuff, like I saw one yesterday, and it was on Facebook, and it was Lidl workout machines. And I'm like, Lidl's selling workout machines, okay. And I clicked it because I was intrigued by the image, because I was interested in what the prices were. And then it took me to a website called Lidl Sports Equipment or something like that. But it wasn't the Lidl website. It was Lidl Sports Equipment. And it's one of those things where it sets off my radar instantly. And it's like, this is a spoof site. This is one of those websites where it's like, what do we call it? Switch and bait, where you think you're clicking on something and then you end up on a completely different website as well. Instead, I should say. And so I reported the ad because it was clearly dodgy. And unfortunately, in the make money online or make money or make spare cash in your spare time type industries, there's an awful lot of people out there that are going to try and steal your money, provide something that's not what you think it is, or they're going to give you an experience, like a weekend experience, which is all very, lots of fun, lots of people, lots of happy clappy, lots of music, lots of people dancing on stage, if you like that kind of thing. But the content is actually really small. Like, there's just not a lot of content that goes into that. So what I wanted to do in this session was I wanted to talk about how to make money online in 2025 and also not get ripped off, because I think there's a lot of that going on right now. And I think you need to see some of the red flags that are out there. And also this idea that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. How to make tens of thousands of pounds on Forex, and the 26 for driving a Ferrari. Let's talk about that for a second, because if you're making let's say tens of thousands of pounds per month on Forex, your risk should be between 1% and 3%, and 3% is on the high side, right? So if you're making 10 grand a month and your risk is 1%, that means they've got £1 million trading account. That doesn't stack up to me. It just doesn't stack up, right? The 26. How do you get to £1 million trading Forex when the most professional Forex traders are getting maximum 10% a year, maybe 20%? And these guys are 26. So basically what they've done is they've hired the Lambo or the Ferrari. They've driven around and hired a photographer. They've got loads of really funky videos created, which, fine, well done. You got some wonderful videos, but it's a scam. It's bullshit. And it's like, somebody has to kind of stand up and go, these are the things that you need to be careful of. So what I'm going to talk about in this session is some of the stuff that we've experienced, and these are the things that I think will help you as well. So, for example, online training courses. We created our first training course 5 years ago, just when COVID hit. And we've updated it a few times, but not a lot. And it's our property sourcing training course, which is something we've been doing for 26 years. We've always bought properties below market value. We've either sold them as, we've either bought them and sold them as properties, or we've sold the deals on. or we've done rent to rent or lease options or all sorts of different things, right? We've done key undertakings where we've actually got access to the property and refurbed it before we've even exchanged. You have to tie it up with contracts and that kind of thing. So we've done all sorts of things in property sourcing. But that training course we put together, we sell it for 27 quid. We've sold thousands in the last 5 years. We're coming up to 5 years in February, actually. We sold thousands of that training course. And think about that. You sell 1,000 training courses, 27 quid, there's 27 grand. And we sold thousands, not just 1,000, but multiple thousands of that training course, which means we probably made, I don't know what we've made, 50 or 60 grand off that one training course over the last 4 or 5 years, which I think is pretty good, right? I think that's amazing. I come from Leeds. My first job was £1.62 an hour stacking shelves at Asda, believe it or not. So to make money while you're asleep and when you wake up and you see orders coming in, we made another one this morning, 32.40. It's a £27 training course, £5.40 for VAT. We made another one this morning. I still get really excited about that. 27 quid, woohoo! Because that's money that's coming in from work that I did 5 years ago. This is why you should have an online course. And if you want to go and take a look at that, go to the website. It's all on the website. There's a course about how to make courses. There's another course that we made called Rapid Course Creation, which takes somebody from zero to hero in 14 days with your first sale, which I think is really cool. Imagine if you can package up all the knowledge that you've got, and then you can create a course, and then you can sell the course, and then you can also make money when you sleep. And the problem for most people is they say, yeah, but they have self-worth issues. They don't think that the knowledge that they've got is worthwhile. I'll give you another example. I lost 13 kilograms in a 12-month period. And I went from 83 kilos down to 70 kilos. I think that's amazing as well, by the way. I think it's at £28. I think I looked at this yesterday. Just have a quick look. 13 kilos into pounds is £28, £28.5. I think that's amazing. So how did I do that? What was the diet? What was the workout? What did I do in order to get that result? Can I package that result up? Am I a fitness expert? No. Am I a dietitian? No. But did I get a result of losing 13 kilograms in 12 months? Yes. Do other people also want to lose something similar? Maybe they're in their 50s as well. I'm early 50s. And don't be cheeky, please. But maybe they also want to go and do something like that. So who are they going to get the information from? Are they going to get the information from some 19-year-old guy who's a personal trainer for a living, hasn't got kids, hasn't got a business, hasn't got a property portfolio, hasn't got all the stuff that we carry as 50-year-olds, all the bullshit that we had to go through, all the difficulties of slow metabolism and I don't know what my testosterone is, but no doubt it's reduced because I'm in my 50s. Of course it's reduced. So they don't have any of that stuff to go through. They just go to the gym, they lift a few weights and bing, muscles appear. Like that. That's not the reality for anybody over 40, I can tell you that. It gets much harder. Anyway, can I package up that information and sell it? And yeah, maybe we can't sell it for hundreds of pounds, but can I sell it for 27 quid? Yeah. And it's like, obviously when I say this, I'm going, damn. Why are you not doing that? Why am I not doing that? And it's true. I asked myself the same question. We created another training course in December, and it was actually too big. It was 13 modules and between 6 and 10 videos per module, and it was a massive training course. And it was basically too big, and I kind of got burnt out by it. By the time I got to module 10, I was exhausted, but it's really action jam-packed full of information. But we created that training course, which shows you how to create content as though you're a digital marketing agency. We own a digital marketing agency. This is what we do for our clients. So we packaged up all that information, and there's a lot of information, of course, and then we package that up and we make sales on that every single day. So online courses is a really good way of you packaging up what you already know. You don't have to be making £100 or £20,000 or £2,000. You don't have to be making all that money. You start small. Start off at £7. Like, trust me on this, right? When you wake up in the morning, having created a £7 training course and you've got your first sale, you are going to be so excited. I don't care how much money you make. If you're making £100,000 a year and you have to go out and, work a job and you create a training course and you make your first sale for £7, you will do a little dance. It's amazing. And I do a little dance every morning. It's called CrossFit, really. But every time a sale comes in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I get so excited by the fact that we were able to make this money from work that we did once years ago that still drops into our bank account. It is truly amazing. And that stuff, by the way, you know, I don't know what we make on a monthly basis. Maybe it's $1,000 or $2 every single month. But that $1,000 or $2 every single month coming from work that we did 5 years ago, that comes in, that pays for groceries, it pays for petrol, it pays for CrossFit, it pays for going out for food, it pays for meals, it pays for a holiday. Like, it's crazy, right? You don't even have to be making that much money in order for you to have a difference. Now, obviously, if you're struggling to make your bills and your payments and your gas and your food and your car payments and all that kind of thing, that can really help. But if you are able to do that, anything on top of that is a bonus. And I think you should be really looking at what training courses to go and create. Now, ChatGPT actually will be your friend. So, for example, let's pick one. And I'm going to put this into ChatGPT live and we'll see what happens. I want to create a training course, and I know you can't see this, by the way, because I'm on my mobile phone, let's pick a really random thing, knitting. You know, knitting like your gran used to do. Like, I can't think of a more boring subject than knitting. And ChatGPT is just, it sounds like a great idea. Will your knitting course be for beginners, advanced knitters, or a mix of both? Both advanced and beginners. And it says, also, do you plan to include video tutorials, PDFs, a community aspect for learners? Like, how amazing is that? Let me know. I can help you structure it. So I've just typed in both advanced and beginners. So it says, great, a course that outlines, and this is just amazing, right? You should go to ChatGPT and try this. If you don't know what training course to create, ChatGPT is your best friend. Great. A course that caters to both beginners and advanced knitters can offer a structured learning path while allowing experienced knitters to refine their skills. And it has come up with 4 modules. Each module has 4 lessons. Okay. Could you sell this for £7? Hell, of course, yes. Module 1. Like, look at me, I'm getting all excited because I find it really funny. I find it hilarious that this information, I know it's deep down in our brain and we struggle often to come up with an outline, which is why we need these tools to help us come out with an outline. Module 1, knitting fundamentals, introduction to knitting tools and materials, how to cast on and bind off. I have no idea what that means. Basic stitches, knit and purl. No idea. Understanding tension and gauge. Module 2, building confidence, combining knit and purl for new patterns. Blah, 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 blah. Module 3, intermediate techniques, learning lace, cables, and colour work. Wow. Module 4, advanced knitting and designing your own knitting patterns, mastering Fair Isle and intarsia knitting. Now, if you're a knitter, you probably understand what this means. I have no idea, and I don't know if ChatGPT is just taking the piss and making this up. I don't think it is, because it's not what it does. Bonus content, video demonstrations, PDF patterns and guides, live Q&A and community support. Would you like it to be self-paced or include live sessions? Also, will you focus on any specific projects like scarves, sweaters, and socks? Let me know and I can help you shape it further. Like, that for me is mind-blowing, right? How long did it take me to do that? We're on a live stream. We've only been live for 13 minutes, and I did that in what? It took me 30 seconds to type the thing up, and it came back in 30 seconds. So, doing online training courses, I don't care what industry you're in, you've probably already got knowledge. Let's do a customer service one, shall we? This is interesting, right? If you work on a phone all day long, so here we go. You probably already have training and you probably already know some things that you could do. So let's just tell ChatGPT, hey. And also, by the way, you should also say please and thank you, because when the rise of the machines happen and robots take over the world and AI are our leaders and tell us what to do, you want ChatGPT to remember that you were nice to it and you didn't kick it. Hey, hope you are well. I work in a call center as a customer service operative. I want to create a training course about customer service. We're going to sell this one for £27. I would like 7 modules with between 5 and 7 or 6 videos per module with a bonus section. Okay, that's it. Let's see what it comes up with. Like, I think this is amazing. And I hope you think this is amazing too. Like, this is literally live, how to put a course into place. It's off. That's a fantastic idea. See how nice it is to me, because I say please and thank you. Customer service training can help others develop essential skills. Now, can you sell a customer service training course? How long have you worked in customer services for? Let's just say it's 10 years. My 10-year experience working as a customer service operative, what to do, what not to do, how to improve your business, how to make more sales, how to follow up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Module 1, foundations. Module 2, communication skills for success, including verbal and non-verbal. So you've got non-verbal agreements. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Uh-huh. Mm. Head nods, that kind of thing. They're all non-verbal. Art of active listening. Again, same thing. Speaking with confidence and clarity, write professional emails and chat responses. Module 3, handling difficult customers and complaints. Wonderful. Problem 4, problem solving and decision making, including identify customers' needs quickly, thinking on your feet, create problem solving. Module 5, sales through service, upselling and cross-selling without being pushy. Like, that's an amazing training course. Note to Dan, make a training course on customer services. Call handling and professionalism, structure of a great customer call, managing call flow and reducing call handling time. Module 7, customer service in the digital age, managing live chat and social media inquiries, handling online reviews and complaints, the future of customer service. Like, you've got an outline right there on how to make this. And I think, why not? Can you sell it for 20 quid, 50 quid, 7 quid, right? And people go, yeah, but you know what, Dan, it's going to take me too long to create. That's 7 modules. There's 5 videos. That's 35 videos in total. You're like, dude, each video is between 6 and 10 minutes. Let's say it's 10 minutes. That's 350 minutes. How many minutes in an hour? My maths is going to start struggling here. 60 minutes in an hour. 350 divided by 60 is 6 hours. Let's call it 10 hours of work, because an extra 4 hours for just for putting it all together, and stick an extra 2 hours on top of that. So it's going to take you 12 hours, right, to create a course. You're going to sell it for 10 quid. Let's say you sell 10 of them. That's £10 an hour. What are you earning right now? You only need 10 sales at £10. Like, it's a no-brainer for me, right? I can't understand why people aren't doing this sort of thing. Like, I can't understand it. I just want to clarify here. I can actually understand it, because it took me ages to do the first course. In between doing the first course and doing the second course, it can take time, because it's a lot of work, right? 12 hours working on your own and doing it is a lot of work, but the rewards are there over the long term. Imagine selling, let's say 1 a day, 30 a month for the last 4 years. Right, that's what, 480. Oh gosh, I need to calculate again. 480 months times 30 days times 10 is £144,000. 1 sale a day, £10 for the last 4 years. It's 144 grand that's just paid your mortgage off. That's pretty powerful stuff, I think. Okay. Sell our affiliate stuff. You want to make money on 2025, you should be selling our digital marketing stuff. Obviously, why would you not be selling our digital marketing stuff? You get 20% upfront on website sales and anything upfront, basically. So if we take on a £1,000 client, you make £200. And I'm only going to spend 2 minutes on this one, by the way. Also, if you sell a £1,000 product and it's a repeat product, you also make 10% recurring for as long as they're a customer. That's amazing. You can sell websites, and we just took on a client and we edit all their podcasts for US based, and their methodology of doing their podcast was all over the place, really. And so we've taken what they do and given them lots of advice, and we're just putting it all together for them. And that's amazing, right? And it might be £500, might be £1,000, but if it's 500 quid, you make 20% up front and then 10% a month. It's 50 quid. Not a lot, but it pays for something, right? How many of those do you need to sell? If you get 10 of those at 50 quid each, that's £500 a month. That's £6,000 a year. Is that a really nice holiday? Is that, I don't know what else that would be. I don't know, Centre Parks for a week? I don't know how much Centre Parks is. It's not £6,000, that's for sure. It's a weekend in Vegas. Living a dream. I'm in Vegas next week, so I pop Vegas in there. it's not work. It's not enjoyment. It's all work. It's for funnel hacking life. That's why we're going there. Anyway, you should be selling our affiliate stuff as well, because why would you not be doing that? It don't cost you anything to do it. There's only upside. There's no downside. It's not even like you have to fulfill all the work. There's a lot of work when we sell content and websites and Facebook ads. It's not even like you have to do that. We do it all for you, but you can just sell it. In fact, you don't even need to sell it. You just go, Dan, I've got this guy, he wants some Facebook ads. Can you have a chat? And so we get on the phone, we sell it. And then you magically make the money every single month for as long as they're a client. It's amazing. Next one then, how to make money in 2025. And I want to caveat this one because it needs to be included. Become an influencer. Oh my gosh. My wife works in a school, and when they ask, what do you want to do when you grow up? They say, I want to be an influencer. Because the voice hasn't broken yet, so I have to speak high pitch. And it's because they want to be an influencer. And like being an influencer is one of the hardest jobs out there because the competition is enormous. The competition is just so high that actually becoming an influencer is challenging. And you need a whole bunch of skills like video editing, unless you're going to outsource for video editing. And one of the differences here, and I need to caveat this as well, is that when I do lots of videos and I stitch them together, I'm much better doing that myself than passing it on to one of my team to do it, because I know in my head what I want that to look like. Now, we actually do this with clients, and over a period of time, our video editors understand their brand values and understand how they want it to look and their little quirks of each client and so on. But this is really a skill set that you should learn. Like, I think everybody should learn how to do video editing and how to do transitions and how to bring in B-roll and music that goes over the top and flashcards and all sorts of different things, right? You should learn how to do that. If you want to become an influencer, you can do it. But the question then becomes, how do you actually make money being an influencer? Now, this may become a bit of a shock and a bit of a surprise, but I am actually an influencer of some kind, although I don't see myself as that. I'm a director of a digital marketing agency. We've got a large property portfolio in the UK. But do we live stream almost every day? Yes, we do. Do we have podcasts that go out and get downloads every day? Yes, we do. In fact, we were new and noteworthy on iTunes 10 years ago when it came out. There was me and my shiny face next to Chris Evans, the radio DJ from Radio 2 at the time. Under the new and noteworthy, which was amazing. And even now, my kids are like, are you on iTunes, Dad? Why are you on iTunes? Because we have a podcast show that's on iTunes. We influence people one way or another. And the way that we make money is we don't make money off people clicking adverts and that kind of thing and making money through that. We actually make money because people jump on a call, they decide that they want to work with us and want us to do their digital marketing or website design or whatever that happens to be. And that's how we actually make money being an influencer. Now, this is a thing. People have this idea about being an influencer, being like Logan Paul or Mr. Beast is a good one, maybe. I'm trying to think of other influencers, and I don't know many influencers. But if you're persuading people, or if you've got people who are watching your content, you are in some form an influencer. You may not be the influencer. You may not be Kim Kardashian, but you are still influencing what people think about whatever it happens to be. I watch a guy, and he's UK based, and he talks about UK politics. There's a couple that I watch, actually. I don't know why I watch politics, just infuriates me all the time. But they are, in effect, influencers. The Jason Grubb, who's like 5-time CrossFit champion for the Masters division. He's 48 or 49. He's an influencer because he makes videos and he has 18,000 video views or whatever it happens to be. People are still influenced by what they're watching. And it's not a numbers game. Like, it is a numbers game in order to make a lot of money. But also we make a lot of money through our videos, even though we don't get massive amounts of views. And the reason is digital marketing, it's not the most interesting thing to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. But the people who want it, they're the people who watch it, and they're the people who sign up for us. So we don't need a lot of views. We don't need tens of thousands or even thousands of people to view our content. We just need the guy that wants help with their digital marketing. That's our target audience. And they're the people who watch our stuff. They then book a strategy call, and then they sign up with us, and then off they go. And then the other people that we help influence are some of our affiliates, because we stay in front of our potential customers and our affiliates all the time. Our affiliates go, oh yeah, I forgot about Facebook ads. I should put a post out about Facebook ads. Or someone mentioned Facebook ads last week. I should reach out to them and pass that contact on to Dan. He can close them. They make money. We make money. And the person who wants some Facebook ads gets a Facebook ad. Everybody wins. So I don't think that being an influencer with tens of thousands and millions of people watching your stuff day in, day out, I don't think that's easy to do. I think the competition is huge. I think it's very challenging. You have to come up with new stuff all the time, and it is difficult. Having said all that, we make money being an influencer. We don't get tens of thousands of views or even thousands of views. Live stream I did yesterday got 1,000 views on YouTube, I think it was. I don't think this one will do as well. That's okay. And also, we're testing what we put in the titles, by the way, because we've got a couple of favours that we want to test here. It's one of the reasons why we're doing it. But because we've live streamed, we can then pull out content from this live stream, and then we can reschedule that, like we teach on our training courses, and that enables more views from the original video. So I don't think that being an influencer is easy. I think it's very difficult, but I think you have to consider where you're going to make the money. So, for example, not only do we make money on selling digital marketing services like Facebook ads and website design and Google ads and content, right? We don't just make money on that. We also make money from our online courses that we talked about right at the start of this video. Because if I go live stream and I'm talking about property sourcing, the number of times where a sale will come in from that while I'm live, like, so if we want to boost sales, we just go live stream, we talk about property sourcing training, we put the link underneath, and we get a couple of sales drop in. That's influencing. And so you don't have to make money directly off TikTok or YouTube on the paid stuff. You can make money off the products that you sell or the courses that you have. Last one on this, and bear with me, I just need to grab a quick drink here. So the last one that I want to cover in terms of making money in 2025 is to trade stuff. So there's a guy that I saw on Twitter, and he's got this dream of buying a yacht. It's $700,000, and basically what he's doing is he's going to online auctions. Like, he's in America, so it's Costco, right? So Costco online auctions, and he's trying to buy the bigger stuff like fridges and motorbikes and all sorts of big stuff. And his idea is that he's going to sell 700 items for $1,000 profit each. So the motorbike that would retail at $5,000, he'll buy it for $2,000. He'll sell it for $3,000, makes $1,000, and do that 700 times. And then he can buy his yacht for cash. And I love that concept. That concept for me, it's such a wonderful idea. How much is your house, by the way? Let's say you got a mortgage of 300 grand. Then the question becomes, how do I sell a £500 product to 600 people? Is that right? Is that my maths going completely doolally there? £500 product times 600 people, 300,000. If you've got a £300,000 mortgage and you come up with a £500 something and you can sell it 600 times, you just paid off your mortgage. Can you make 2 sales a day? Because if you can, you've paid off your mortgage in 12 months. Now, with tax to pay on that, got to cover the tax, obviously. But can you buy stuff? And I've bought at auctions, can you buy a house? How many houses do you need? If you make 10 houses and you're making 10 grand each, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you're making 10 grand per house, how many houses do you need to pay off your £300,000 mortgage? 30. How many houses can you flip? And I don't mean buy, do up, sell, that takes 9 months. I mean, you buy it today and you sell it tomorrow. For 10, you make 10 grand profit. Now, the problem with houses in the UK is you can't do that. Very, very difficult unless you've got a list of buyers who are all cash buyers, and they want to do it in that way. You can do it like that. You could sell the deals, but then the deals take 3 to 6 months to go through anyway. But the other products is the Porsches or Lamborghinis that you could buy for cash from distressed people who need to sell quickly, and then flip, put back on the market and make a quick 10 grand. If not that, it's the big screen TVs that you can make £500 on, that you're buying a trade lot, it's 20 grams worth. The TV's, I don't know, worth 1,000, you're buying it for 500, you're selling it for 750, you're making 250, in which case it's 1,200 TVs you need to sell. right? £250 times 1,200 is £300,000. Obviously, we've got tax. Don't forget your tax. But this is the thing, and I'm not saying that necessarily you have to start really big, because I don't believe that. We actually bought at some auctions, because I just wanted to test this myself. And, we don't do anything unless we test it. And so we actually bought we actually ended up buying 20, I've not got my CrossFit bag, but we call them cayeras in Spanish, and they are hand grips. I always forget the English word, because I only do CrossFit in Spain, so it's cayeras. And the hand grips on the bars when you're doing the pull-ups, it's those. So we bought, I think, 20 of those, and I think it cost like 10 quid. What's really interesting about that is it's a very niche and very specific subject, but these items sell for like 30 quid each. So we bought 20 of them. There's £600 there, and we bought them for like, I think, 10, maybe 20 quid, right? Very, very specific item that nobody in that auction would even consider buying, because nobody knows what they are. Hand grips. Who's buying hand grips? Gymnastics. Nobody knows that, right? So I brought them all over to Spain, and then I sold them to the CrossFit gym for £10 each. I made 200 quid. They're now selling them at 30 quid. So they're going to make 20 quid each. Everybody wins, right? What a wonderful way of doing it. So it's the things like that you can do, and it's the auctions that you can go to. And yeah, this property auction. So, for example, you could buy a property in an auction. We talked about property, and the reason why property wouldn't work is because it takes so long. But if you can buy a property in an auction at X pounds, let's say 30 grand, and you can put it back on the auction at 40 grand, you buy it on the 1st of February, you complete the sale within 7 to 14 days. When you put it back on the market on the 15th, they then have 30 days in which to complete the sale. That's a 45-day turnaround for you buying a property, putting it back on the market and selling it. Can you add some value in the meantime? Probably. We've seen properties where it's all boarded up. Just put some cheap windows in, for God's sake. Cost you like £800, 100 quid a window. And now it's no longer boarded up. Now you've got daylight. Go in and paint some walls. How long does it take to paint a house? Badly. Not that long. An extra day or two. Is that worth doing? Are you adding value? Are you adding tens of thousands of pounds worth of value? Probably not. But you're adding value. And you never know, because it's an auction that you're going to put it through. So that's another way of doing it. But trading stuff where you're buying it in, you're buying it discounted. We buy houses for cash. We buy cars for cash. We buy any car. We buy computers for cash. What else do people buy? We buy speedboats. We buy motorhomes. Motorhomes are massive right now. Massive, because people are going homeless. They're selling up and they're buying a motorhome because they can't afford the mortgage anymore. It's happening. So you've got all these opportunities to trade all these different kind of things. And I think that start small, test it, go onto auctions, learn how it works, take it, upload it to eBay, upload it to Amazon, have your own shop on Amazon, live stream on TikTok. People are live streaming on TikTok with sweetie shops. They're putting the sweets into, 1,000 grams, a kilogram of sweets as a mix, and they're selling it for 20 quid or whatever. And they're live streaming. They just happen to run a sweet shop, and they're live streaming, and people are buying online. So there's all these different ways of doing it. But one of those will work for you, hopefully. And I think that will do it, because I actually need to go grab some lunch. I actually don't think I'm going to have time for lunch, because I need to go collect the little one anyway from school. But look, I hope you found that useful. If you've got any comments, you've got anything you want to say, obviously put it in the chat down below, and we'll come and speak to you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got some value out of that.
Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.